You've done the wheel of life, asked yourself why, made sure your goals were smart and phrased them like affirmations, answered all the Pinterest journal prompts to figure out what you want to do in life, or if you're a real baller, you watch my last YouTube video, but the question still remains. How do you actually get any of your goals achieved? Here is how to actually achieve the goals that you set out. And tip number 1, firstly, put your vision board somewhere that you can actually see it. Your desktop wallpaper, your phone background. I love to set it as my Chrome background because I'm always opening 300 tabs per day. You can print it out and put it on your bathroom door so that you have something to look at while you're doing a poopy. Even if you don't consciously comprehend or consciously see what's on your vision board, your subconscious mind always takes in information around it. So when your conscious mind is distracted with other random life stuff, your subconscious mind is working in the background by being able to see your vision board. Number 2, break down your bigger goals into smaller goals to combat overwhelm. Break them down until each task feels doable and less overwhelming. There is no limit to how minuscule you can make your goals if it means that you'll actually start completing the steps. Say your goal is to complete 12 illustrations in a year. That sounds pretty daunting. So you can break that down into 1 illustration per month. But even that sounds kind of vague and daunting. Unless you're a fucking freak who can finish an illustration in like 5 hours, maybe you need a bit more steps. The steps could be research, sketch, outline, flats, render, post-production, even social media posts, creating a reel, creating the carousel, writing the caption, researching the hashtags. For if you want to write a book in a year, your steps could be writing the outline, could be writing the character profiles, then chapter 1, chapter 2. Or you can even just simply do a 750 word count per day. If you want to get fit, maybe the steps are sign up for a gym, book a class, make a Pinterest board of some healthy recipes that you can try each week, waking up 15 minutes earlier to get some stretches in. Number 3, scheduling. Now that you've broken down your goals, we can schedule them in. Scheduling in your goals is just as important as scheduling in your work meetings, your date nights, your work deadlines, and your dentist appointments. So think, what is one thing that you can do this week to get 1 step closer to your goals? Is it booking that pottery class to get you closer to your creative goals? Is it making that dentist appointment to get you 1 step closer to your health goals? Pick something from your goals, break down to achieve this week. You can also break it down even further each day. What is one thing you can do each day to achieve your goals? Smaller, manageable tasks help build momentum and make your progress feel attainable. Say that your goal is financial literacy, and in order to do that, you need to make some progress with learning. And the way that you can do that is reading 10 pages of that self-development book or 10 pages of a financial literacy book. You can schedule in 15 to 30 minutes every morning to do something creative. You can even do something as simple as doing the dishes today so that you can meal prep in a clean kitchen tomorrow. If trying to juggle all of these random small tasks per day is overwhelming, maybe you just need to set aside 3 hours on a Sunday to make some meaningful progress on to your goals. Whatever works for you, but make sure that you schedule it in. Habit stacking. You've probably heard of this before, but if you haven't, when you feel that the question of when is a hurdle, attach new habits to your existing habits. For example, the existing habit I have is making my bed after I wake up. The new habit that I attach to it is right after I finish making my bed, I lie down and do a visualization meditation. So I'm stacking the meditation habit, which is new, with the making my bed habit, which is the old one. I also like to stretch while doing an audiobook. I already take a dump in the morning, so I stack that with writing my YouTube scripts or journaling just on my phone. This replaces my bad habit of doom scrolling on my phone in the morning to wake up, and my phone is in grayscale until a certain time. That makes the social media scroll even more unappealing. I will go into automating later in the tips. Here's your spicy little spoiler. This is an example of like integrating a few tips. So like replacing habits, habit stacking, and automating, just to really put yourself on the path to success. All of my goals that fell under my spiritual intention of active visualization meditation, of personal development audiobooks, of journaling, these all have had some progress made, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. You can also do habit stacking with night routines as well. I would hope that we all have a habit of brushing our teeth at night. You could read, you could stretch, and that habit that you're stacking it with could be brushing your teeth. Number 5, you can create a habit tracker or checklist so that you can keep track of what you need to do each day and get the spicy dopamine as you check things off. I like to use Notion, but you can use Notepad, pen and paper, Messenger, Pigeon, whatever works for you. Then you can compile it into don't know what to call this, but I'm calling it a hub. You can create a Notion board or a notebook or a life binder, central place where you keep all your habit trackers, your morning routines, your night routines, all the checklists, your project trackers, all the breakdowns of each goal, your reading list, checklists, schedules, whatever else that you might need to make your goals feel tangible and doable, actionable and visible. Just getting the kind of how and what and when and what are all the steps and when am I going to do them and how do they habit stack with other things that I'm doing. If they're all out of here and into a central place, you always revisit so that it's pretty much like an action plan, just how, and you have everything there. I hope that makes sense. Number 7, prioritize essential tasks. If you can't find time or you feel overwhelmed, you might be trying to do too much at once. Here is how you can manage it. Focus on what's essential. Cut back on some goals to make it easier for yourself. You may have had a goal to learn Japanese, read 10 books, start a flower garden. These are all nice things that you probably want to do, but are there other goals that would move mountains for you if you completed them? So for example, like I wanted to go to Japan twice, I wanted to continue my Japanese practice, but these goals don't move mountains for me in the way that getting my health back on track and living in an energetic and vitality fueled body would. And creating this YouTube channel, these two goals are more meaningful and move more mountains for me than like these cute little, I want to learn Japanese and I want to go on holiday. Also, I really went to Japan this year. I don't need to go again. By identifying what's essential and what's your priority, then you can cut back some of the goals that are just like kind of nice and fun and cute, but aren't actually going to move mountains in your life, that are going to give you the biggest return on your investment. You can plan to revisit these less critical goals later in the year. You can declutter them completely, because you also need to make time for limiting belief work, as this can clear mental blocks and make achieving your goals smoother. And that's the thing. Some people like to have 10 goals and they're all awesome, amazing goals, but we just don't have the time or energy or space to complete all of them. Because if you think like one of my goals is to create this YouTube channel, as we learned a few steps ago, that's so many more tasks. That's creating a video every week, that's researching, that's writing scripts, that's filming content, that's learning how to edit. There's also things that I need to learn. There are limiting beliefs that I need to clear. There are habits that I need to get rid of and stop doing in order to make this one goal achievable. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do any of my goals, so I'm not going to do any of them. No. Bad. You're just going to reprioritize and just do what is essential. Even if you're like, yeah, I'm really into YouTube, this is great, I'm loving it, and then halfway through you're just like, you know what, fuck this is not worth it. This isn't worth the outcome that I think I'll get. The process to making videos, the journey isn't fun anymore. Just throw the goal in the bin. It's okay for the goal to now live in the bin if you've decided that it's not worth it anymore. You can appreciate the lessons and the learnings that you got from it, even if the lesson that you got is not for me. It's not for me. Okay, you don't have to follow something through if you don't fucking want to. Progress over perfection. Whatever small thing that you end up doing is better than the nothing that you were doing before. You don't have to work out every day if you've never worked out before. All those fitness gurus that are like, you need to work out every day to maintain the habit, and don't skip leg day, and only have one rest day, and blah, blah, blah. If you're going from 0 to 100, you will probably just stay at 0. If all you can do is working out once a week, that's amazing, because in a year, you have 52 workouts that you would have done rather than the 0 that you did the year before. If you learn one new home cooked meal every week for your health goals, then that's better than the 365 days a year that you bought takeout. Writing for 15 minutes at night is better than intending to do 1 hour in the morning and then accidentally sleeping through that hour and then feeling like a failure and then deciding to fail with abandon and just give up completely. Can't read a book to save your life? Same girly. Listen to an audiobook instead. Bonus points if you habit stack it with stretching or hot girl walks. Your progress is perfection. Number 9, how can you make it easy? Instead of using your willpower, your fallible human memory, or your active mental capacity, how can you make it automatic and easy and simplified instead? For example, to manage my social media / phone addictions, I set my phone to go automatically into black and white mode at 10 o'clock every night and to go back into color at 10 a.m. every morning. What this does is it minimizes the dopamine hits from all the like bright, flashy, pretty, fun, pretty colors of content. So I'm no longer getting that dopamine farm every night before I go to bed and disrupting my sleep, and every morning when I wake up disrupting my mental health. You can disable distracting apps, distracting social media apps, and set a time limit for them per day. So for me, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook have a collective 15-minute timer. I can only go on either of these apps for 15 minutes, and then they're all locked down for the day. You can use calendar reminders to remind yourself to set goals, to review your goals, to review your vision board, to remind you to do your morning routine. You can set calendar reminders for anything. So get creative and throw whatever you can to remind yourself to complete your goals. My favorite tip is every night my computer is scheduled to turn off at 10:35. So it gives me a few warning boxes, and then it will just turn itself off. Now I've paired this with a grayscale phone, and it's at night, so all my social medias used for the day. So let me tell you, nighttime gets pretty boring when there's nothing to do. May as well do my hot girl sleep. Number 10, review your progress. I like to do monthly, and you can check out my monthly reset video to see a full breakdown of what I get up to during a monthly reset. It's important to identify what went well and what didn't go well so that you don't stay in an endless loop of repeating dysfunctional behaviors without awareness of what they are, so that you can pivot from them and improve. It's also important to show yourself and to recognize that, yes, you are actually making progress on your goals and on the things that you said you would do, no matter how small. All those incremental wins will compound for your self-confidence and self-trust over the long run. Make sure that when you schedule your goals, you also schedule in a reminder to review them as well. And bonus, I have one final tip for you. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. Little treat here, little spa day there. Humble brag on social media is free. Hope you enjoyed this video. I had to record it twice, so I'm kind of dead inside, but we don't give up. And now I wish you perseverance and grit and fun and pleasure and joy and enthusiasm and awareness and consciousness for your delightful rest of the year goal progress making shenanigans. So Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.